Happy Thursday. How about that Thor earlier today? It's Ask Me, Andy. Anything you want for the next 20, 30 minutes. We'll take any questions. Big preseason game tomorrow night. Interested to see how Deshaun Watson plays. Always fascinating with our guards. Thor with a big win. Hey, look up. You're only 3.5 games out. Right there. Cavs, Rubio, we can talk about too. Whatever you guys want to talk about. I'll be at Brew Fest this Saturday in Lorraine. Check it out. It's a fun time. It's actually a great event. If you like beer and you like walking around and having a good time. 3.5 games back, Lynn. Right there. Right there for the taking, Lynn. It is a great time. Go to Brewfest. Go to brewfestwd.com. All right, hit me with your questions. Ready to rock and roll. There's been a lot of scuttlebutt today about what's going to happen to Deshaun Watson. I was just listening to some radio here before I came on. How do you feel about the Browns this year, SD Fan Central? That's a complicated question. I like it. SD Fan's a good fan of San Diego sports. I feel good. I don't feel confident about Deshaun Watson. I want to see him play. I want to see it from my own eyes. I'm confident about the defense. I'm not confident about the coach. So, very uneasy feeling. I know this team is talented enough to win 10 games. So, I see that, but I'm not, unlike the other two teams, not confident with the quarterback or with the coach. Good to see you. Thank you, Nat Karam. Good to see you. Connor Morris, what do you do about Potato Jones? Good to see you, Connor Morris. Always a good fan, Potato Jones. Momo. Good fan. Always good to see you, too. But the Browns are complicated. Complicated team. Complicated team. Yeah, from the outside perspective, I don't think Stefanski's very good. He's a nice guy, good offensive coordinator. I don't know if he's a good head coach. And SD fans, that's just how it comes off. Quan, sophomore, slumped or something more. Lefty par 72. I actually don't think he's in a don't think he's in a sophomore slump. I actually think he's grinding out the season. I think he's just fine. Now Quan had a great July. He batted over 300. He has struggled in August so far. So I think we need to give it time. I do like Quan, though. I think Quan's a gamer. I actually have all the outfielders that are young. Like, I like Brennan. I like some of the other guys a lot. That I really do like, though, Quan. I think Quan is an everyday outfielder for somebody and for us. I mean, he's a good player. Just not hitting as consistently as you want him to in the month of August. But he was very good in July. He had a great July. But August, though, he is not hitting. There you go. So the other things again, with the Browns is Deshaun Watson. What's going to happen with Cade York? I think Cade York is a nerve-wracking experience for all of us right now. I am very nervous to see what's. It's very. It makes one fan very nerve-wracking to see what's going on with Cade York. He is great, but his OBP is down substantially. Makes you think he's going to get caught. I don't know about that lefty part. I mean, I think this team has gone through a lot of struggles this year with the hitting, obviously. I think the biggest drop-off for me, lefty par, that I'm concerned about is Jimenez. Jimenez, I am concerned about. Now, he's starting to get out of it a little bit, but Jimenez has been way off. Colin, just watch the Giant Manziel doc. Dude's a bum. Makes a franchise look worse. Now, yeah, I did not watch it, and the reason why I did not, and I probably should watch it, I just don't like what he represents. I'm not surprised to hear about the things that he said in that documentary. It all makes sense because the guy stunk, and he's clearly partying. I just don't think... the Manziel era was just very depressing, and I don't know. It makes it hard for me to watch it. I don't know if I can make myself watch Johnny Manziel documentary. And frankly, I don't know if I care. I don't really miss Johnny. Don't really care about him. Booby Gibson was better than Boozer. Boozer, though, gosh, that was... what happened with Boozer was... the way he left and the whole thing about... He let him out of his contract to resign. It was goofy. So I'd say Boobie Gibson. I know Boozer was a good player, though, but gosh, the way Boozer left Cleveland was awful. Jimenez also presents power where Quan doesn't. Jimenez a Gold Glover as well. I think Quan, though, is more consistent than Jimenez. I agree with what you're saying, but I'll tell you, Jimenez, I've not liked how he just hasn't shown anything at times. It just feels like kind of Jimenez just kind of walks around. I don't know. Do the Cavs win with Shasha Khan 2017? Let me just say this. Shasha Khan, gosh, that's a true Cavs fan right there, bringing that up. The key to 2017 was the rank going to the Warriors, obviously. In 2015, though, Kevin Love, and if Kevin Love and if Kyrie Irving were healthy, they would have won 2 championships in 15 and 16 back-to-back. That injury that oh gosh, I can't remember his name for the Celtics did Love was awful. Love Brian Cardinal. Love Brian Cardinal. Always love Brian Cardinal, the Redbird. No one dove harder on the floor than Brian Cardinal. Love the dude. Good man. Hopefully the Browns will step up this year. I'm really disappointed about the Guardians this year. Miller Steven, I think the Browns will step it up this year. Doesn't mean they're going to win a bunch of games, but I do think they're going to step it up. Kelly Olynyk, thank you, San Diego. But the Guardians have had just too many injuries. The injuries that what has happened to the pitching staffs has been too much for the Guardians. It's been too much. Just been too much for the team. And as to back to the other question about Jimenez and Quan, I think both will be good. I would hope they be good next year. I have more confidence in Quan than I do Jimenez right now. Of course, they should retire Shasha Khan's money. Where do we live? Did we play again? Email. Nice. Always email. Funny stuff. The Browns such a boring organization that they would draft Johnny. It was awful what happened with Johnny Manziel. It was a terrible time. It was really hard to being a Browns fan. And on top of it, his lack of care showed on the field. It was just terrible. And what was going on with the GM and what was going on with the players on the floor, it was awful. I hate Kelly Olynyk when he was in college. Olynyk was a frustrating player. He ripped off Love's arm. Literally did. Ripped him off. Off-season needs for the Guardians, power hitter, and actually I can't believe I'm saying this, but a veteran pitcher. It's going to be interesting to see what they do with Bieber. I don't think Bieber's going to be here. I really don't. And if that's the case, then they're going to need another hitter. I think that's the key to the Guardians, is they have to get a hitter. They're going to have to get a veteran pitcher. And they have to figure out what they're going to do with Shane Bieber. Of course, Felice. Of course. Delicious. I haven't been to Arby's in a long time. That's delicious. Yeah. Browns also, I want to see this running back situation work its way out outside Chubb. We all know Chubb's a stud. He's going to be there from day one. He's not going to play tomorrow. But I want to see more of Demetric Felton and or John Kelly, because Jerome Ford really makes me nervous. I'm surprised they have not picked up a running back. Do you think Tristan has TJ surgery this offseason? I actually do. Indians, I do. I am surprised. That story about Tristan's injury doesn't get talked about enough. And I think it needs to be talked about more. It's a big injury what's going on with Tristan, and you can tell they're trying to hold off surgery, but I do think Tommy John surgery is probably in play for him at some point. Happy 21st to you, Dominic. My 21st, I don't remember it at all. Do not remember it at all. Do you think the Guardians are going to win tomorrow? Yes, Aaron Savali Day. I like Xavier. I like X-Man. I really do. I like Xavion Curry. Good player. Good player. But the Savali game's interesting. Legendary, yes. Dominic, I had good friends who took care of me that night, and I had a bucket. and then you can put the rest together. It was a memorable 21st birthday. It was memorable. Let's just say it was a rough next day. Rough next day. Oof. Bring the Advil. Motrin. My parents made me go out to dinner the next day, and I just sat there and I didn't want any part of it. Didn't want any part of it. And they were being so nice to me. Trying to get me to eat dinner with them. Didn't want it, though. More about the Browns. Cade York, obviously, it's a big day for him. McGuire's probably going to start in the defensive end. Isaiah McGuire, want to see him more. I also would love to see this guy. They're not, good thing, no mass on Friday. There you go, Dominic. There you go, Dominic. Have a good night, man. 21st birthday is a big, fun night out there. Fun night out there. Is anybody excited for Oregon, Ohio State football in 2 years? Ready for the Ducks to play the Bucks? I actually like what the Big Ten did, adding more teams in the West. And if I were the Big Ten, I would add all those teams out West. Cameron Arthur, of the 3 Cleveland teams, do you think the Browns, Guardians, or Cavs have a chance at a championship? I think the Guardians do, actually. I know people are going to be like, what? But I do right now. They have the pitching. They're not that far away from hitting. They have the manager. They're really not that far. They're really not that far away. The Cavs are next. The Cavs and Browns to me are kind of similar. I just want to see Deshaun Watson play for a full season, then make my observation about the Browns. Should I come out there and see when you all play first series? Yeah, that'd be nice. I think you should. I think you should. I think it's a great... Progressive is a great field, San Diego. There's also great bars. There's great restaurants around town. It's a perfect time of year, too. It's nice and hot. Yes, definitely come to Cleveland. I'm sick of people saying the Buckeyes email. The days of the Buckeye easy schedule is done. This is Ask Andy anything, Tristan. Ask me anything you want. I'm sure you're dying to ask questions. But yes, email the days of the Buckeyes saying easy schedule are done. In fact, if I were the Big Ten, I would think about adding those other schools, those 4, and making it to a mega conference. Tristan, I honestly believe the Penn State game is going to be tough. I agree with you about that, even though it's in Columbus this year. I think the game is Notre Dame. I think Notre Dame is going to be hyped for that game. It's been almost 90 years since the Irish have beaten the Buckeyes. There's a lot of hype about the quarterback this year who's playing for the Notre Dame. Freeman is a Buckeye. I think that's the game. I don't disagree with you about Penn State. Don't disagree with you at all. But the game for me for the Buckeyes is that one. A lot of people too circle Wisconsin when they travel up to Madison. That is the other one too. But I think the Buckeye game against the Irish is the one. I think that's the one this year that I have circled. I think that's going to be a tough game for the Bucks. Irish are going to be desperate to win that game. And with that new quarterback in there from Wake Forest, I do think that's not an easy play for the Bucks. I just don't. Do fans not work for Cleveland? Of course they do. Of course they do. How are the Mets? I owe you a call, Mr. Sabursky. I well know. Left of Center Productions. Follow Left of Center Productions. He's a very funny man. I don't call him or text him back, and he gets very annoyed. And as he should. I'm a bad friend. Bad friend. Am I invited to the cookout? Of course you are, Momo. Of course. Come on, Sabursky. Tristan, I think we win on a game-winning field goal. Well, we'll see. We'll see. The Irish are ready for that game. Bring your rain gear for Saturday. It's supposed to be a storm. Is it really? Will Plesac be back this season? No. I don't think so. I think Plesac's going to be on his way to different things. I think the other pitcher to talk about too is Karinchak. Where is Karinchak gone? Timetable for Naylor's return? Probably, mid-September? Mid-September? And Naylor, Peter Cook, 355 has been a huge loss. Huge loss. Good for you. Have you ever, Ritz Bobby, if you've ever been to Tampa Bay's stadium, it's like a AAA field. It's very small. And it is, you're right on top of each other. It's not a majestic place to play. Do we sign a running back yet? We need to. Tristan, I actually just talked about that. I'm nervous about the running back situation. I'm not a huge believer in Jerome Ford. I need to see him play. I haven't seen him play. I don't like the running back situation after Chubb. I'm going with my dad. There you go. There you go. I'm going tomorrow with my dad. There you go. By the way, if anybody needs tickets to Commanders Browns, hit me up on Instant Messenger. I got 2 tickets for you on the 30-yard line. Hit me up fast as you can. Do you think we get Kareem Hunt back? No. I get the feeling no one in the organization wants Kareem Hunt back. I get the feeling that's just a mutual party thing. I don't think Kareem Hunt's coming back. It stinks because he's a Clevelander and he did play well the first 2 years he was here. 2022 just never really got going. 2021 kind of saw the same thing. Never really saw a powerhouse. Just never saw it. Just never saw a guy really just take off and play. He just never got going last year. So, no. But I would love to see them sign one of those other veteran running backs. The Guardians. The Browns need a veteran running back. Hello, LB Browns. Ella does a great job on Facebook. My fiance and I are very impressed with her clothing show. Hello back. All right, a couple more minutes and we're going to get out of here. But those are the opening thoughts. Again, I think tomorrow's preseason game, we'll be there live, hanging around the game. Really want to see what, obviously, Deshaun Watson can do. Want to see what this third-string running back is going to happen. Good to see you, Miles. I would love for them to pick up, why not get Dalvin Cook? Why not get Dalvin Cook? I mean, Zeke and Fournette would be great. I would pick up Fournette before Zeke. I do think Zeke's days are numbered, sadly. Nothing against the young man, but I just don't think he is the player he used to be. So I would say Dalvin Cook 1, Fournette 2, and then somewhere in the distance there, Zeke. And there you go. Also tomorrow night, Isaiah McGuire. Want to see what that guy can do on defensive end. I don't think we're going to see Zadarius Smith. Nice to see Ogbo, the signee from Texas, from the Texans. I doubt we're going to see Shelby Harris, obviously, the new defensive tackle. Maybe we see Tomlinson. Not sure. And hopefully we get to see a little bit of Emerson. And maybe get to see a little bit of Denzel Ward, too. The Guardians starting rotation is going to be weird next year. I wonder if they're going to put some of these young starters in the bullpen. I think right now what you're going to see, Tristan, is definitely Bybee, definitely Gavin Williams, definitely Logan Allen. Xavion Curry's interesting. I think he might be a starting pitcher, even though he's done such a nice job out of the bullpen. And obviously you want to know if McKenzie's going to play, and then I don't even know what to say the status is of Cal Quantrill anymore. He went on an assignment. I know he's been roughed up a little bit. I don't know how much you read into that. But I think those are the young guns. Xavion Curry's the one to watch because I think he might be a starter. He might be. He might be. All right, we're going to wrap up Ask Andy. Thank you for asking all your questions. We're going to do this once a week. It should be fun. I could tell it's going to be fun with all the Arby's comments and all the excitement from a couple of these gentlemen in the room. Thank you all for your time and questions. Tomorrow night, Browns and Guardians. Guardians with Savali back against the Guardians in Tampa tomorrow. One of the guys in the room, I think it was Ritz, is going to the game. Enjoy the game. And then Commanders, Browns. Should be fun tomorrow night, live from the stadium. Have a good night. Ask Andy says good night.